Let's look at the color node in Mesh so we can work out how to get some colors into our Mesh network, some nice random popping colors with the Arnold Standard Surface Shader. Alright, so I'm going to create a sphere. I'm going to just knock the subdivisions down a little bit, just something else. We'll go 5 by 5, there, so this kind of thing. I'm going to add onto that a Arnold Standard Surface Shader. Where are we? There it is, this one. Let me just give myself a bit more space there. I'll just make it green so you can see. So there, it's green, and I'll name it Mesh Color. That'll do. All right. So let's middle mouse drag onto the object. There it is, and you can see that the object has gone the green, the color of the Arnold Standard Surface Shader. I can rename this. I don't really need to, but I'll just rename it to well, I don't need to rename it actually. I'll just leave that. Let's now apply this as a Mesh network. So I'm going to go up to my effects menu, go Mesh, create Mesh network, making sure that object is selected. In my weighter, in my Mesh 1 distribute rather, I'm going to check it to, I'll go to grid. This is, I just want to set up a little Mesh network and then apply some color to it. So I'll set up a grid. I'll make sure I've got 5 in every direction. 5, 5, 5. There we go. So I've got a nice cube going on there, and then I'll add a little bit of a randomness to this, and maybe just randomize the rotations a little bit, and maybe randomize the scale. Actually, I might just leave the scale. All right. So actually, just uniform scale. Just randomize. Oh, sorry, this one. Okay. So there we go. I've got some sort of quite nice. I might just do that. There we go. Okay, so I add some. Let me add a Arnold. Light. So I'll take a Skydome light. Plug in a file node on the color, and so it's a file node, and then browse for an HDRI image, which I've got in here. I might just use this one today. There we go. And just click on the image, and I'll just set the resolution here in the Skydome attributes to 4096, which is the horizontal pixels of the image. And I also will turn my camera off so I don't see it in the renders. And just in the viewport, I'm just going to go show and turn off my lights. So there we go. Okay, cool. So now if I go render, I'm going to go open render view. I had a crash before. I hope it doesn't do it again. And I'm going to go save just in case, and open up my render view, and we'll have a little look at what we get. And you can see we have this. Yay. Okay. So that's good. It's just let me just frame that up a little bit. There we go, and I'll stop that. You can see what we got. Stop that. Okay, so I'll move that over here. Now let's go and add the color node. So I'm going to go color, and in the color node attribute, I'm going to choose a red, and then I'm going to ramp up the random hue to change those colors. And the thing you'll see if you're using your Arnold Standard Surface Shader is that nothing is happening, nothing at all. And so here's where we have to make a few steps. So let me pull this over here. I'll stop this. So let's stop that. And now what I'll do is I'll go, I'm going to go first into my hypershade. So I'm going to pull this over here. I'm going to do a little work here. and select that mesh color and graph it, and then I'm going to look for a little utility called AI user color data, user data color. Let me have a look for it. AI user data color. This one here. This guy here has got to be plugged into this guy here. Then it needs to be given, let's select this node here so we get the attributes for it, and type in color set. And that's not correct, and it's the American spelling. So color set, hit return, and now you'll see that in the viewport everything's gone grey. Look at that, we've lost our color. Okay, well, we haven't really. Alright, so the next two things we need to do, we need to go to our repro mesh shape, so the repro mesh shape, and under Arnold, we need to make sure down here export vertex colors is selected. We then need to go to the mesh one repro down here and ensure, let me scroll down, in the output attributes that color per vertex is ticked. Okay. Now you still don't see anything here. This is the sort of funny thing about this. You're not going to see anything here. But if I now bring this over, you'll see that if I re-render it, I'm starting to get some color feedback from that color node, which is really nice. So let's select the mesh one color node, and by the way, you'll notice that the color set name is color set, which is what we typed into the AI user data color. All right, so that's where that name comes from. So that's the thing that pulls it together. So if I change my random hue down a little bit, you'll see I'm going to get it all into the same sort of world. That's quite nice. I'll stop this here and stop this video here and give you another one very shortly. See you soon.